Hello, I'm Frank Waters and I'm here with Penny Brennan. She's had an amazing 2 weeks of the Fieldstone Summer Showcase. And I tell you, in all the shows that I've been to, I've never seen a lady who's come out and won so consistently, winning the Welcome Stake in the first week, the Welcome Stake the second week, the Speed Stakes first, second and third. I mean, she is definitely what I would call the leading rider of the show. Penny, what an incredible 2 weeks. How do you feel?
I have a great string of horses, and that's all thank you to Johnny Marr of Newtown, Connecticut. He gets a lot of horses from Ireland, and he'll call me and he'll say, Penny, I've got a live one. And I'll be like, what have you got, Johnny? He's like, just enter the Grand Prix. And the first time he said this to me, I did, and it was Sun Tzu, which is my new meter 60 horse, and he wins the Grand Prix. So from that day I started to believe in him, and now I have a string of 5 great Grand Prix horses, plus several young horses, and I've just had a tremendous last 3 months, but the past 2 weeks we've won a lot.
You certainly have, and the most amazing thing is that you have got what I have over probably 35, 40 years since I remember Harvey Smith riding a grey horse called the Seahawk. And the Seahawk was, in my mind, one of the greatest speed horses of all time. You've got one in Japan.
I think Japan is the best speed horse in America.
I do
really
too.
I've won, that horse is just, when everything else in my life fails and you need a paycheck, you ride Japan. It's like if you want to rob a bank, ride this horse.
Rob a bank, well, I don't think we're doing that, but as far as Japan is concerned, was it Japan you rode the other day? I was not in your arena, I had to do something else. And you came in and I was told afterwards that it was unbelievable. They had a tremendous amount of horses in the speed class, and Penny comes in and wins it, knocking more than 10 seconds off everybody else's time.
That was actually a horse by Chin Chin, a horse named Greater Good, which Johnny and I own. He is a very slick horse. He's a winner. He's very catty, very careful, and he can actually turn better than Japan. And I opted not to do Japan that day because we'd had a pretty good rainstorm, and he had the Grand Prix the next day, and I believed in this horse could win it. I just needed one, I believed. Though.
You know what's amazing, Penny, is that if you take a look at horses and riders as a combination, a lot of people don't realize this because over the years I have heard of parents who spent hundreds of thousands, if not more than $1 million on a horse for their child. Let me tell you something, you can buy the best horse in the world, but if that child does not have the talent, they're not going to win. You have got tremendous talent. I know you well, I've known you a long time, and I see you come in on so many different horses. You've got that determined look about you. You get into the arena, and your whole focus is, I don't care who's out here.
That's
if it's
right.
McLean Ward or anybody, I'm going to win today.
That's right.
And you do.
Yeah, I wake up every morning and I really don't care who's in the class, and I don't care how many's in the class. I feel like I have a better shot than any of them. I don't care how much they paid for their horse or how long they've been riding their horse. I feel like I'm going to beat them, and that's exactly what I try to do every time I go in the ring. But then again, as I said, I have a great string of horses, and although they need riding still, well, it's easy to ride a good horse.
Yeah.
And I have 5 of them.
It might be easy to ride a good horse, but let me tell you something, a good horse knows when it's got a good rider on its back.
You know what, my horses love me. They talk to me every time I walk past them in the barn, and I'm to the point where Japan especially, I won't let nobody ride him ever. He's never for sale. He will be with me forever. If I could take him to bed, I would.
Well, on finishing, all I can say is that 2 weeks here, I cannot believe that every single class that this girl has gone into, she's either won it, she's been second or third, or like today, you came out in the Prix, you were third in that and 6th, and you were just unlucky. But what is amazing is that you are probably taking away from that show jumping arena more blue ribbons than any other rider in the 2 weeks of the Fieldstone Showcase 2 and 1.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I would agree. And I rode racehorses for 12 years, and I learned to go real fast for a long time. I won a lot, and it's kind of hard for me to slow down now. And I love to win, I really do.
Well, talking of loving to win, and in closing on this wonderful interview with Penny Brennan, take a look at this face, because I'm going to tell you that over the next few years, this is going to be a top 100 rider in the United States. And if you don't get onto a team, it's not fair. Penny, you're amazing. I am so proud of you. I really am. She's an incredible rider, a great person, and she's a talent to look for. Penny Brennan.
Thank you, Frank.
Well, here I am at Fieldstone once again. We've just finished the show Start again. The showcase, I call a guy that went out of the arena today. Instead of a bugler, I called him a burglar.
That was
you ready?
Funny. Yeah. You got to put on the bloopers. Go on.
Well, here I am with Penny Brennan. She's had an amazing 2 weeks here at the showcase. Why can't I get it right? Showcase. What's it called? The Fieldstone Showcase. That's it.
Well,
Showcase
this is
2.
Great.
Don't you dare put this out.
Oh, of course it is.
You ready?